Your mind never stops, does it? Thoughts, worries, plans, regrets. Like a storm that never ends. What if I told you? Peace doesn't come from thinking more, it comes from thinking less. There was a young man named Ethan, 26 years old. He lived in a quiet town near the mountains. From the outside, his life looked perfect. A good job, a small apartment with a nice view, friends who cared about him. But inside, Ethan was drowning. Every night, his mind raced with 1,000 thoughts. Did I say the wrong thing today? What if I fail tomorrow? Why can't I be like everyone else? He couldn't sleep. He couldn't focus. He couldn't breathe without feeling weight on his chest. Every morning, he woke up more tired than the night before. He tried everything: music, exercise, books about happiness. Nothing worked. One evening, an old neighbor saw him sitting alone on a bench. She noticed the exhaustion in his eyes. "You look like you're carrying the world," she said softly. Ethan nodded. He didn't have the energy to pretend anymore. She smiled gently. "There's a teacher who lives in the hills. People say he knows the secret to peace." Ethan didn't believe in miracles, but he was desperate. So the next morning, he went. The path to the hills was long and quiet. No cars, no noise, just the sound of his footsteps and the wind. At the top, under a wide oak tree, sat an old man. His eyes were closed. His face was calm. He looked like he belonged to the earth itself. Ethan stood there, unsure what to say. Finally, the old man opened his eyes and smiled. "You've come a long way," he said. "I need help," Ethan whispered. "My mind won't stop. I can't find peace." The teacher nodded slowly. "Sit with me." Ethan sat down on the grass, waiting for advice, waiting for answers, but the old man said nothing. Minutes passed, then 10, then 20. Ethan's mind began to shout louder. "This is a waste of time. He's not going to help me. I should leave. Why did I even come here?" His legs started bouncing. His hands fidgeted. Finally, he couldn't take it anymore. "Teacher, please say something. Teach me how to stop my thoughts." The old man opened his eyes. He pointed to a small cup of water beside him. "Take this cup. Walk to the river. Pour the water into it." Ethan stood up, confused but obedient. He walked down the hill to the river and poured the water in. When he returned, the teacher spoke again. "Now bring the river back into the cup." Ethan stared at him. "That's impossible." The old man's eyes sparkled. "Exactly." Ethan sat down slowly. His heart was pounding. "I don't understand," he said. The teacher's voice was soft, like the wind. "Your mind is like that river. Thoughts flow endlessly. They come from everywhere. You cannot stop them, but you keep trying. You keep holding on to every thought, every worry, every fear. And that is why you suffer." Ethan felt tears building in his eyes. Because it was true. He had been fighting his own mind for years, trying to control every thought, trying to force silence. "So what do I do?" he asked, his voice breaking. The teacher smiled. "You stop trying to empty the river. You let it flow. Close your eyes. Don't fight your thoughts. Just watch them." Ethan hesitated. Then he closed his eyes. At first, the thoughts came rushing in. "This won't work. I'm wasting time. I'm broken." But he didn't push them away. He just watched. Like clouds moving across the sky. Like leaves floating down a stream. And slowly something changed. Between the thoughts, there was space, silence. Not the forced kind, the natural kind. He heard the wind moving through the trees, birds singing in the distance, the river flowing far below. And for the first time in years, his mind rested. Tears rolled down his face, not from sadness, from relief. He had been carrying a storm for so long, and now it was passing. Ethan sat there until the sun began to set. The sky turned orange and pink. When he finally opened his eyes, The teacher was watching him with a gentle smile. "I've been fighting myself," Ethan whispered. "Yes," the teacher said. "And now you know. Peace is not control, it is release." Ethan stood up slowly. His body felt lighter. His chest felt open. "Thank you," he said. The old man nodded. "Go now. But remember, the river will always flow. Don't try to stop it. Just let it be." Ethan walked back down the hill as the sun disappeared behind the mountains. The town looked the same, the streets, the houses, his apartment. But he was different. His mind still had thoughts. Worries still came, but now he didn't hold them. He didn't fight them. He let them come. He let them go. And in that space between the thoughts, he found what he'd been searching for all along. Peace. Not the kind you chase, the kind you allow. You don't find peace by filling your mind with answers. You find it by emptying your grip on the questions. Let the river flow. Let the thoughts pass. Let yourself breathe. The storm will always come and go. But the silence beneath it, that's where you've always belonged.